Welcome to Focus Radio and Focus TV. I'm Sandy Moore, the Executive Director for the Leesburg Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm really excited about today's guest. In the first half of our show, we're talking about the amazing things happening at Viaport, Florida. We'll be giving you an insider's perspective on ViaFest coming up on Saturday, March 5th. And later in our show, we're talking with the man behind the biggest concerts coming to Lake County, the unique journey that evolved him from being a bus company owner to a concert broker and promoter. We might even be able to get him to share some of the backstage stories. So let's just jump right in with our first guest from Viaport, Florida, formerly known as Lake Square Mall, Jennifer Glidewell and Stephanie Hayes. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I am really excited to talk to you, and especially really to share with our listeners and people on our TV about all the great things that are happening at Viaport. Jennifer, tell us a little bit about what has happened over the last year and a half, 2 years.
Well, we've definitely been very busy the past year and a half since Viaport Properties, since Via Properties bought the mall. We have installed a new food court floor. We've painted the entire mall, built a beautiful fountain in the center court. We've done some landscaping. We're currently working on more landscaping and parking lot repaving. We've built our 300 square foot digital sign out by the highway, which has just been wonderful for us. Things that we've got going on presently are we're working on a renovation. It's going to be a $4 to $6 million renovation with AMC Theaters, which is huge for us. We're very excited about that.
What is that going to look like? I mean, what will that mean?
It's going to be a full renovation. They are going to start serving alcohol as well. There'll be more food offerings. There's going to be some larger theaters. My understanding is that they're going to probably remove a few theaters to enlarge some others, enlarge the screens, enlarge the seating, better stadium style seating.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's going to begin in May and should be done about in the fall.
Oh, great.
So we're really excited
about that.
Something to
really look forward to very much.
Also, with the former JCPenney building, we have decided to extend the concourse down through that building and then add 6 or 8 new shops in there.
Oh.
So that's the plan. And if you drive by Viaport, Florida, you can see a huge banner on the front of what used to be JCPenney. You can also see it on the inside of the mall at the entrance of what was formerly JCPenney's. You can see what that's going to look like. So
do you have any idea
about that?
Do you have any idea on who might be interested in coming into some of those
We
spots,
do have some interest, and we are in some discussions about that.
But
nothing's signed as of yet. I actually walked with a potential tenant yesterday. We walked the mall, and he's very interested in going there. So once those start getting signed, we can announce them. But we do have some interest in those spaces.
Well, that's great.
We are also still working on plans for building 6 or 7 new out parcels in the front parking lot. So we're hoping to be able to start that by about mid-year.
Well, and I know, Stephanie, especially as the marketing manager for ViaEntertainment, you can tell us a lot about that because that has really come a long way and is a really great addition to our area. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we've been hitting about 7,000 people a week coming into the facility. So we've got a lot of different activities going on throughout it. We're starting our leagues coming up soon. We have a Kids Bowl free during the summertime, so I was able to get some kids to come in and have something to do over the summer. We do different family packs during the week, like on Monday nights they have a family 4-pack they can come in. We've got party rooms, so we've done over 115 parties already.
Now there may be people who have not yet been there, so tell us a little bit about that whole area.
We've got 22 lane bowling alley. We have a 5,000 square foot arcade. We have Cousin Vinny's Sports and Burger Bar in there. We have a VIP section that we do parties at, and they can reserve for corporate parties and banquets and stuff. So,
well, and I have to say, when I walked in there for the first time, and I had heard about it, and I was, and I had an expectation, but it blew me away.
There's a lot of people.
Everybody says that.
Yeah. It is absolutely beautiful. You kind of go, wait a second, is this really Leesburg? Again, I mean, is this our mall? Because it is really impressive. So they definitely have brought high quality to that area, so that's exciting.
Yeah, we'll be extending too soon, so we'll be starting phase 2 and doing our go-karts and bumper cars and a comedy club soon.
Right.
And the food is really good too.
As you know, we bought the former Target building on the backside of the mall, and that is where our phase 1 is. It's 30,000 square feet, and we still have 60,000 square feet left to fill. I'm amazed at the people that walk in and think that's the entire building. There's so much in there, and it's so incredible that you think it's the entire Target building, but it's actually only a third. So we've got a lot more coming, and we're working on plans for that now.
Well, and I have 2 boys. I have one in 6th grade and one in 9th, and they are huge fans of the entire area. So well done.
Thank you.
On behalf of the Moores, well done.
Thank you.
But now we're here really a lot to talk about a really exciting event that's coming up.
Right.
So.
Right. So our first Via Fest is going to be held on March 5th. We're very excited about this. It started out being a grand opening celebration for ViaEntertainment. However, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, we were talking with our owners, and we decided to make this a mall-wide festival that we will hold yearly. So this will be the first annual. The next one will probably be in April of next year. We want to make it a little later in the year so that we have a chance of maybe some warmer weather. We're not sure what we're going to get on March 5th. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful day. But we'll probably have it in April of every year. So this will be the first annual ViaFest 2016. That's March 5th from 10 to 9. And we've got an array of entertainment and things going on all day long. Paradise Amusements Carnival will be here. That's a full carnival. We've got Dance Dynamics, Baton Twirlers, Freddie Allen, who's a musical performer and Michael Jackson impersonator, and he's fantastic. If you haven't seen him, he's amazing. Brian Carl, he's a musician, does a walk through time from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and he's really amazing. We've got Ian Doubt, who's a singer-songwriter that performs at the Hard Rock. Patrick Poole, who's a cover artist of current day music. Artistry is a hip-hop rapper. We've got food trucks, beer and wine tents, just many things going on all day. Face painters, a pirate show. We're going to have a spotlight that will come on during the evening. Confetti cannons. At 2 o'clock, we're having our ribbon cutting for. We are going to have a ribbon cutting for ViaEntertainment. Of course, you know something about that because the chamber will be assisting us with that. So we're excited. And then at 5 o'clock, we've got Cross Canyon, which is a local country band, and they're quite good. They'll be performing from 5 to 6:30. And then our headliner, Lazy Bones, which is a South Florida's 80s classic rock cover band. And if you haven't heard them perform, they were at Bike Fest last year. They are absolutely fantastic.
They really are. They're a lot of fun.
They are. So they'll be performing from 7 to 9 on our main stage. And then at 9 o'clock, we are having a fireworks show. So we're really excited about that. We've never had fireworks at the mall, and we're going to put on quite a show for the community. So we've got Mount Dora Trolley coming. They'll be shuttling people from the front of the mall around to the back. So people will come in and park in the front, and then we'll shuttle them around to the back on the trolley. We're going to have a VIP area, so tickets will be $20 if you want to sit in the VIP area right near the front of the stage. Other than that, it's a free event. We're selling ViaFest 2016 shirts in an array of sizes. You will call 255-0679 to pre-order the shirts, or you can buy on the day of the event. And what that's going to do is enter you in our drawing to win either a $200, $300, or a $500 Visa gift card. We'll be doing the drawing at 6:30 just before our headliner goes on. So we've got quite an exciting day planned for the community. Yes.
So great thing for, the whole family, really.
Yes, all ages.
All ages.
All ages.
And really all day long, too.
All day long from 10 to 9.
So, and I know you mentioned carnivals, or carnival rides. Where is this all going to take place?
All in the parking lot of ViaEntertainment, that entire area behind ViaEntertainment, up behind Sears, all the way out to Radio Road. So it'll take up that entire parking lot area. It's going to be quite large.
Now, will there be anything inside as well, or is it all pretty much going to be on the outside?
ViaEntertainment will be open, and of course, we want to encourage people to come inside and see ViaEntertainment, and also to walk through the mall and see the changes that we've made, see some of our new tenants that have come in recently. So yes, everything will be open that day. There'll be some entertainment inside the mall, some singers and entertainers inside as well. So.
Now, we were talking about some of the, you said new tenants that have come in. Can you tell us a little bit about some of those new tenants that have come in?
Well, the ones that we've had come in recently, Miss Daisy's, Bob Tucker, who owns Miss Daisy's Florist and Event Planners, he planned our grand opening last May when we changed our name from Lake Square Mall to Viaport, Florida, and did such an amazing job. So they are planning this entire event for us, and during the process decided to open a second location inside the mall. So they actually have a store now inside the mall. We also have Milou's Boutique that just recently opened. That's a second location for them as well. They have a store downtown Leesburg on Main Street, and that's a beautiful little boutique that Stephanie absolutely loves. She's been shopping in there several times and has gotten some beautiful items from there. So
now, is it like what kind of items are in that?
They have everything. They have a lot of dress clothes. They have jeans. They've got purses for Mexican Sweet 16 like kind of dresses. Basically, they have casual wear. It's got everything.
And they have jeans in tall sizes, which
I'm
thrilled about. That's hard to find. So
she's got beautiful.
We're very happy. She's done a lot of work in that store. It was the former Magnolia Tea Room, and she put new carpet in there and painted, and it's just a beautiful little boutique. So you'll have to come in and see that.
Yeah, that's great. Yes. And I know, I mean, of course, you have a lot of your ones that have been with us the whole time, and they've stuck with it, and we're so thankful for them, like Belk. Books A Million, I go in there quite a bit.
Love Books A Million. Belk and Sears are actually very happy. They're doing very well in the mall. And then we have some of our tenants that have been there since the mall opened, such as Gray Fox.
Oh, yeah,
right. Family-owned business. They've been here since the beginning, 36 years. Wow, and have since expanded into a larger store and renovated, and they have a beautiful shop.
So a lot of life coming back into our mall.
Yes, definitely.
Which is wonderful because, you know, it's so important for our area that mall do well. And I know I was nervous, as was so many people, what's going to happen here. So it's great to have people that care enough, that wanted to invest some money into the mall, to bring people in, back into our community, businesses back into our community. So I'm thankful that happened. What else? What other kind of great things can you tell us about?
Well, we have some other events coming up that I can share with you. After the festival is over, of course, we have an RV show pretty much every month, but a giant recreational RV comes in, and they're very happy. They do very well here, and that's in the front part of our parking lot. We've got, after that, on March 19th, the AmVets are coming in, and that's in the same area in the front of our parking lot, and that's an event honoring all veterans. They'll have food and drink and entertainment and various vendors, and that'll be from 11:30 to 3:30. On that same day, on the 19th, we've also got the Boy Scouts of America. They will be there with their second Pinewood Derby in the mall, and that did very well last year. We had a lot of people show up for that, and that was awesome. They raced their cars, and it's down near AMC and ViaEntertainment entrance. So that'll be from 11 to 3. On the same day, we've also got our Bunny Brunch at 11 a.m. The Bunny comes in on the 17th. And then on the 19th,
is this like the Easter Bunny?
The Easter Bunny. We're already talking about Easter.
Just check it if that's
so.
What we're in.
Yes, that's next month, our Bunny Brunch. So that's on the 19th at 11 a.m. It'll be a free brunch. You call the mall office to sign up for that, and there'll also be coloring activities and face painting. And then on May 12th, the Lake County Sheriff's Office will hold their 11th annual Cops and Kids Day. That was also a big success last year. So sheriff boarders will be here. There'll be hundreds of law enforcement here from various agencies and departments. And there'll be a day of fun, entertainment, music, bounce houses, and you can watch the law enforcement practice their motorcycle skills on a challenge course that they have. So that was very popular last year. So we're excited to have that again this year.
So tons and tons of activities.
Tons of activities, right.
Coming up. So you can't ever say that there's nothing to do around here.
Right.
So now where do they go to get information if they're wanting a little bit more information
They can go on our website, our Viaport, Florida website. They can also go on our Facebook page. ViaEntertainment has a Facebook page and a website as well. There's also a ViaFest 2016 Facebook page. So if you want information about the festival on the 5th, you can go on there to find that.
Well, and it just all of a sudden I started thinking about this. March Madness is coming up, and one of the great things about ViaEntertainment is all of the TVs. Everywhere. I mean, you can. So if you are into sports, regardless of what it is, of course, basketball is right upon us. You can go and check out the games.
Right.
You can bowl and watch the games, or if you have kids and you want to watch the games with some adults, and watch the games with adults, let the kids be in the arcade or in the bowling alley.
Yeah, it's nice. And they have ViaVision in there too, so they're able to see the different events that we do have going on in the mall and have bloopers at the same time. And they show different classes because we also started Zumba classes and self-defense classes in the mall at night. And so, so we're doing a lot of different things, and they can catch it on the TVs in there also.
We had the Super Bowl on and had a great turnout for that. We were packed that night.
Oh, that's
that was great. A lot of fun.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Well, and I appreciate you all being here today. It's been neat to hear about all of the great things that are happening, and we're just so honestly proud to have this in our
Thank
area. And so I appreciate all the work that you do to get ready for those. Just a reminder, VFest takes place on Saturday, March 5th, beginning at 10 a.m. and goes into the evening with a concert from Lazy Bones and a fireworks show. Viaportflorida.com for more information. And a printable coupon to save on drinks.
Yes.
And for more information about ViaEntertainment, visit ViaEntertainment.com.
No, ViaEntertain.com.
Oh, ViaEntertain. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And we just want to thank the community for their support. We've had so much support from our residents, business owners, city and county leaders and managers, Al and Mike with the city, yourself and the chamber, the Leesburg Partnership, Mayor Dennison, who keeps looking for a Trader Joe's, and I'm working on that for her. But that support from the community has been absolutely awesome. So we really appreciate that.
Very good. Well, up next we have Joe Bamford of Haljoe and Get Off the Bus Concerts joining us. So stay tuned, listening and watching to Focus Live, brought to you by Red Apples Media, publisher of Focus Magazine. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Focus Live. I'm Sandy Moore. Next up, we have Haljoe and Get Off the Bus Concerts. They came about through a vision of Joe and Fatima Bamford, owners of Haljoe Coaches. After a long and varied career in music and entertainment industry, Joe thought, wouldn't it be fun to do some concerts in Central Florida and Canada? And through that effort, Joe also realized the importance of giving back to their communities, so they decided to turn their concerts into ideas and fundraisers for charities. So that's really nice. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you, and welcome.
Joe, now tell me, how did you go from being a tour company, bus tour company, and then into now a concert promoter?
Well, I started doing concerts when I was 19. I was in high school, and there was a guy who had a band. We needed a drive out to a gig, and I happened to have a truck. So I drove them to a gig when I was 19, and I was unloading the truck with them, and this girl came up and said, "Are you in the band?" And I went, "Yeah, I'm in the band." And so I started when I was 19, and now I'm 69. So that's how long I've been doing this kind of stuff. And I went from concerts to management. And the company that I was involved with, we had 3 bands that were million sellers from Canada. And I already had the concert thing down pat. And then I bought a bus for one of my bands, and that band was a band called Glass Tiger in the 80s. They were popular here in the States. And then we moved on to other bands and that kind of stuff, but the bus turned into 35 buses, and it got so big that I had to get out of the music business because I couldn't do both.
Right.
And so the whole concert thing came as a result of, I was in a car accident in Florida about 5 years ago, and I was seriously injured, and made me think of how precious life is and how much hospitals and the support groups are important. And I thought, you know what, it's so easy for me to get a hold of a Willie Nelson through the buses, right?
Right.
Or Merle Haggard or some of these acts and say, hey, listen, to do a concert and I want to raise some money. Can you help me out? So I can get their price down a little bit, that we give a little bit every show, and that's how that all started.
Well, and you just mentioned two, but tell us some of the other notable people that you've worked with, artists.
Well, this year, we did Merle. Actually, I've always called him Merle, and it's Merrill.
Merrill Haggard?
Yeah, I always thought it was Merle.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't realize that until he was interviewed with Dan Rather a while ago on TV, and he kept calling that and going, either he's wrong or I'm wrong. So I assume I'm wrong. But we did Kenny Rogers, who, by the way, we're bringing back again. We did Jose Feliciano. We did Ronnie Millsap. And then this year, we did, Engelbert Humperdinck. Never done anything, never met the man before, did him.
Wait a second.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
With Princess Bride?
Could be. I don't really know.
Ahead, I'm sorry.
We did him, and we did America, which was a risk, I thought, in the villages, because I wasn't sure whether the age demographic was correct, and it turned out they sold out. So there are people in the villages who are from the 70s. So we did that.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, we did that. And then we did Neil Sedaka, which was the coolest thing. The only way I could get him was without his band, because there was no time for him. So he came out and played on his grand piano and just described to people all the songs, how he wrote them and when he wrote them. Just blew the place apart. Everybody just loved him. I did Jerry Lewis.
Wow.
And people said, why did you do Jerry Lewis? I said, because I never met him before. So now I met him.
Great opportunity.
I tell you what, he is a clown. I'll tell you, off stage and on stage. He's a little sneak is what he is.
Oh.
And the other person we just did which was great. And all the shows have been fun. But Loretta Lynn, we just did her this week. She was special. She walked out on stage, stood up and sang her first song, sat in a chair, and turned to the audience and said, what do you want to hear? And that's how she did her whole show. Every song was yelled out from the audience.
Wow.
And every once in a while, someone would yell out a song, and she'd say, no, I hate that song. I'm not doing that one. And it was just so nice, right? And the place was sold out.
Yeah.
And,
So what are some of the venues that you've brought these?
Well, I expanded a bit this year. Here in Canada, I do the shows up there, and we all the money and the shows we do in Canada go to a particular hospital, which is in a little town of 7,000 people where my new hometown is up there, and it's called Perry Sound. It's on a lake in the lake system up there where all the cottages are, and a lot of people are there in the summer. So I do shows there in the summertime. But I started expanding down here just because agents kept asking me, can you help us out? How about a date on so-and-so? So now I've moved down in cooperation with Brian Young and his wife Janet, and I do shows in Mount Dora at the community center there, where we have this Friday night, by the way, Travis Tritt.
Oh.
And then
I actually saw that. Now that I saw that.
And then a friend of mine, who you probably know, Charlie Taylor.
Okay.
Called me up one day, and Joe Sipes called me up.
Yeah.
And said, Joe, you got to check out this theater in Ocala. And then the same day, Charlie called me and says, hey, I'm paving the parking lot in the theater in Ocala. You got to come and see it. So I went up, and right on the spot, right there, we booked Little River Band in.
Wow.
And another show, and now we have Travis Tritt there Saturday night. So now I have bookends, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
I can do a show in Ocala. I can do a show in Mount Dora. Neither affects the other.
And now, how many people does Mount Dora seat?
630.
Oh wow! So it is really. I've not been in.
Yeah, and the theater in Ocala is 709. It's brand new. It's an old. I think it's an old military building or something.
And I've heard about that.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
It's beautiful. And then now, guess what? It's growing. Now we're going to start doing shows in Claremont.
Oh.
There's a 1,000-seat Performing Arts Center down there.
Yes.
And I don't think that a show there will affect a show in the villages. So now we're going to bookend bigger shows. So when we bring in Kenny Rogers in January, he will play the villages and Claremont. So we'll do back-to-back shows. And
Well, that's very exciting. And I know right now we actually have on the phone Wayne from Little River Band.
Oh man, these guys are great. I couldn't ask for a better band to do a show with. I'm telling you, they're like a piece of. They're just so simple to work with and such nice guys. I love them.
I don't know who else you worked with, but I know we've after 41 years, we've kind of got it down to a real good flow, and I got some great guys on the road with me. So we try to make it easy, that's for sure.
So they don't make you separate all their M&Ms according to color or anything like that?
Oh, we still do that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just hey, now, Wayne, how did the whole symphony thing start anyway? How'd that start?
Well, actually, it started as a suggestion from friends of ours who play with Kansas, and they've been doing, symphony shows for quite a while. And a drummer and I are good friends. He said your music would lend itself very well to strings and orchestrations. Our keyboard player happens to have a music degree and studied all of that stuff in college, and so we just kind of in some downtime a couple years ago, he just started bringing the keyboard on the road and writing parts for orchestra. Through the magic of technology, now you can just hit a button and print the charts that you played, and so it was kind of meant to be. We put the word out there that we had the charts and we were ready to go, and our first show was 3 years ago with the symphony in Augusta, Georgia. And then slowly but surely, as the word gets out, we get more and more offers to play with anything from 10 or 12 pieces like we did in Mount Dora all the way up to 60 at a show out in Denver. So it's a great thing. It just adds another layer of dimension to and dynamics to our show and to the kind of shows that we can do around the country. So
now tell us how tell us your day of when you show up and how this all works with the orchestra, because I found that fascinating myself.
Well, again, we can send charts digitally to a conductor. Conductor looks at the conductor score, and knowing his players, he looks at the score and he can kind of see where there's going to be, problems, things that need rehearsal. The rest of the stuff is for those kind of players is very easy to read the music and play along. So we load in a couple hours early. Our keyboard player gets there at 2, runs most of it, and especially the hard parts, with the orchestra from 2 to 4, and then for a full sound check and a run through with the band so that the orchestra can hear the house and know what they're playing with. We play from 4 to 5, break for dinner, and do the show. And it runs very much like clockwork, again, because of the skills of the people in the orchestra to be able to just look at the paper and read the charts down and play along. The great thing is that while they're working on the stuff, it's just paper. And when the band comes in and adds the song and the vocals to it, suddenly they're playing along with basically some songs that they've heard and they know are hit songs, and the crowd and the energy and whatever. It's really a lot of fun to watch it all develop, and it just takes a few hours.
Appreciate you calling in today and giving us some insight on how it all works so that the people understand that there's a lot of effort goes into doing this. So thank you, Wayne, and thanks for phoning in. I'm sure it's earlier in the morning out there than it is here, so we appreciate it.
It is indeed, but got to do it. It's good to talk to you guys.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Well, thank you, Wayne. Appreciate you calling in. And thank you, Joe. Really enjoyed getting to talk to you and hear some of these things. Of course, I really want to hear more later about all of these great stories.
No
but we'll take care
I'll catch
of
you
that.
at the wine bar.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good too. But obviously, we've run out of time. Many thanks to Viaport and Get Off the Bus Concerts for being our guest. As always, you can watch Focus Radio all month long exclusively on Lake Sumter TV. You'll find it on Comcast Channel 13, Bright House Channel 498, and Florida Cable Channel 4. And for more on these guests and a look at Lake Green's screen, be sure to pick up March issue of Focus Magazine, available for free at more than 140 locations across Lake County and the villages. I'm Sandy Moore. Thank you so much for joining us today for Focus Live.